Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alice. Come from 17 Mobile. I'm delighted to stand here and have the opportunity to share something with you. Our company, 17 Mobile, have rich and exclusive experience in worldwide mobile advertising network. That's why I believe this information may be helpful for all you guys. In this 20 minutes, I will try to show you the current situation of Chinese carrier mobile games, which include two parts, the users and the developers. I will tell how the Chinese market is and what opportunity do they provide for you via some data. So we also hope this information may be helpful to the connection between Chinese and the global market. Here is a picture, and always happen in the metro of China, in everywhere and every city. I don't know, is this the same situation in America? Because every time when I go to office by underground, I always can say two things. One is people staring their mobile screen, and another is my mobile screen. So in most spare and pieces of time, people always looking for something interesting in their mobile screen, such as waiting for someone or listen to a speech, I thought. And there is serious possibility that this kind of people will be potential users of carrier games. Considering the huge population of China, the number of Chinese users will be really, really huge. So how about the gamers? Some data to prove this. Until the year of 2014, there are more than 400 million smartphone users, which means China has become the country which has most smartphone users all over the world, more than the US and Japan. So, about the gamers, there are 280 million mobile gamers in China, and the amount of smartphone game market in the year of 2013 reached more than 9,000 million. It's amount to more than $1,000 million, with the year-on-year growth of more than 300%. Yeah, I thought this speed is amazing, but I need to mention it because this speed, considering the popularizing rate of smartphone in the year of 2013, China is only 13%. So the explosive growth is mainly because of popularity of smartphone. For this reason, the speed will probably slow down with the reduce of rising of smartphone adoption rate. Even though the estimate growth in this year still can reach more than 100%. Okay, now let's see the situation of carrier games. Good news is in last year, the data of exposure in mobile game rank in China shows that the carrier games occupy the largest the largest proportion. What's more, chess and card games also get a good result. And the bad news is, also can be seen a good news to you guys. There is not too much overseas carol game coming to Chinese user sites. Here is some examples. Here is some representative of popular carol games in China in the recent years. Angry Birds, Nikki Up to You Two World Traveler. It's a game about choose beautiful clothes for a girl. And Candy Crush Saga, Find Object. Look, they also play carol games not created by Chinese developer. For example, the Angry Birds, but it needs to be a world famous game, and maybe you can find it. It's not a very new game because most of them don't have chance to come into contact of new, but maybe not such famous for now overseas mobile games. About OS of Chinese smartphone, the situation won't be too different with the worldwide situation. We can see from this picture, more than half of mobile users use Android system, and the iOS system get less users. Only few people use other OS apart from Android and iOS. To sum up, for mobile game developers, iOS and Android are still what you need to focus on. However, when you come into Chinese market, you need to make different strategies. Because compared to iOS system market, the Android market it's more complex and have a higher promotion cost. What needs to be noted that in China, Google Play is not the only Android app market. So, which means you have lots of options to promote your apps apart from Google Play. So, for overseas developers, I thought it's a little difficult to choose your promotion strategies. You need to have enough understanding to native Android app market. That's maybe a reason why many high quality overseas mobile games don't get users they deserve. In summary, China has large amount of potential carol game users, and they are waiting for more amazing overseas games. I mean, high-quality mobile games such as Candy Crush Saga, but not the cheap copy of Flappy Birds anymore. So, however, it may be a little different. It may be a little different in the developer side. As I mentioned before, I will introduce not only about the Chinese users, but also the Chinese developers. Now let us set our sight on Chinese mobile game developers and companies. Considering the large population of China, we should also take care about the status of another big group, app developers and companies. With the rapid development of mobile games industry, Chinese mobile games developers are creating alarming speed continuously. To these developers and the companies, competitive native market can't meet their needs of collecting users. So, for this reason, a growing number of developers move their attention to global markets. In fact, what I just said is not what will happen, but what is happening in China. To prove this, here is some data about how Chinese app developers need overseas market and what they have done. To be specific, how much they spend on it. During March to September in last year, the amount of cost on overseas mobile ads has grown with a rate of more than, you can see, more than 150%, more and faster than America. And also, maybe you will surprise that the Chinese app developers is putting their ads in everywhere, Asian, Europe, and Middle East, and other geos. You can see the specific situation from this picture to find what is other geos exactly is. I want to stress that this data is for an overall analysis, so it's not all the developers have this kind of cost overseas ads, which means because of distinct experience and found different developers has different situation and strategies on this. For big companies who has mint of money and rich overseas experience, it's very easy for them to acquire users from all over the world because they do know how to do it. But for example, here is an example about Tencent. I thought most of you maybe heard of this company. This year its famous social program WeChat have add a games function in their Indonesia version. It's add 4 games. It's provide 4 games to users, so they can play the games just connect to WeChat. The huge amount of WeChat users is one of the biggest advantage in collecting users of these games. Half the work and double the result. However, not every game has this opportunity to promote them. How about the other company? Generally, adding the language package and exporting games is a direct and effective measure. I'd like to show some successful case. Fishlord, the game is developed by Chukong Technologies, had been first of top free ranking and get at least $100 million. This game did well in overseas market, and the other 3 games on screen has similar situation. It should be noted that developers company like on the screen Chukong Technology, IGG, Digital Cloud Tap for Fun, they are famous mobile games company in China, so their conditions can support their developer strategies in overseas market. They contribute to the huge overseas ads cost as an important part. But that's what I just said is about what big companies have done. So how about others? I mean, the small companies and some indie developers. Do small companies and indie developers have same progress? With the rapid development of mobile game industry in China every day there will be 50 to 100 new games appears, and the numbers of mobile games in the process of developing is more than 5,000 5,000, and the total number of mobile games in this year is more than 400,000. All of this was created by a big group, more than 100,000 app developers. So it's really a huge amount. And here is a problem. I have shown you some success cases of big companies. However, not every developer has the same conditions. Enough experience or enough budget to promote, to research the overseas market and appropriate promotion channels. So even the big companies have find a way to export their games. For the small companies and app developers, they still to find some more accurate information and global ads traffic to save their money. That's what we want to do is you have build more closer relationship between China and other areas, become the bridge to all over the world. Now, please allow me to introduce ourselves. Our company, 17 Mobile, has built partnership with lots of global traffic channels and brand customers. Generally, as an agency of Baidu's new global ads platform, our best traffic is in China, but we can also provide the traffic from more than 100 countries in global scope. And also, as a company based in Beijing, we have worked with many Chinese customers, which really has willing to promote their apps and games all over the world. We are also looking for brilliant mobile games, which can lead to the big amount of Chinese users. We would like to be the agency of your games. For now, we can provide you our rich ads source in China and more than 100 and our exclusive offers. And if you have any amazing game want Chinese gamers know it, we can also help you. Okay, so here is the end of lecture. Thanks all people here for listening to the speech. Some pronunciation problem and very nervous. If you have any questions or want to have a short talk with me, you can come here, and we'd like to help each other to connect China and all over the world. And there are also some presents from China we can offer you if you can leave us $10. No, it's just a joke. So I thought a business card is better because that's a real treasure, right? So thank you all you guys again. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Alice. Do we have any questions from the audience? What kind of formats do you normally see as most successful when it comes to advertising in China?
You mean the games?
The ad format that game developers use in China.
I thought banner is better. Banner and video games. Chinese users don't have too much time, so maybe they won't see a video game, for example, 1 minute complete. So maybe banner is okay. It's just one look. Okay, the game is good. Click, download.
Okay. Any other questions? Cool. Well, thank you so much, Alice. Thanks.